In this particular video, we will look into the details of leaf. Now, if we talk of the leaf, these are generally flattened structures which are present on the stem. And if we say that this is the stem and the point from which leaf grows, so this is the point from which this leaf has arisen, and this particular point is called as the node. So we can say that leaf develops at node, and when it develops from the node, then it will have a bud in its axil. So this particular region, it is called as the axil, and there will be a bud which will be present in this particular region, and that is why, since this bud is present in the axil of leaf, we call this bud as axillary bud, and this particular axillary bud will later form a different branch. So that is how we can say that leaves originate from shoot apical meristems. We can look into this diagram as well. So in this diagram, this is the stem, and from this stem, this particular leaf has come out. So obviously, this point will be the node, and the point, this angle, there will be bud, and this bud will be called as axillary bud. Now leaves are arranged in an order which is called as acropedal order. Acropetal order is the order in which new leaves are present on the upper part or the newer part, and the older leaves will be present below it. So let us say that this is the plant, this will grow in this particular direction. So always young and new leaves will be on the top, and older leaves will be towards the lower part, and this particular arrangement we are talking is called the acropetal order. Now, leaves are most important vegetative organs for the function of photosynthesis, as it has chlorophyll, chloroplasts present in it. Talking of the parts of the leaf, we can divide a typical leaf into three parts. The first part is called the leaf base, the second part is called as the petiole, and the third part is called as lamina or leaf blade. Starting first with the leaf base. So leaf base is the part by which leaf is attached to the stem. So in this case, this particular leaf is attached to the stem at this point, and that is how this part of the leaf will be called as its leaf base. Now this leaf base can have some structures which are called as stipules. So in this particular case, we can see a small leaf-like structure present here. So this is the stipule. So these stipules can arise from the leaf base. Now there will be two cases. First, in the case of monocots, and second, in the case of some leguminous plants. Now, in the case of monocots, this leaf base can expand into a sheath-like structure, and it will cover the stem partially or wholly, and this is present in the case of monocots. In some leguminous plants, leaf base can become swollen, and in this case, we will call it as pulvinous. After this, coming to the second part, which is called as petiole. Now, if we talk of the petiole, then the part which holds this leaf. So, this part is attaching leaf to the stem, and this long flexible part is called as the petiole. So, talking of the functions of petiole, we can say that it will help hold leaf blade. So, this is the leaf blade or lamina, this greenish part. So, petiole will hold the leaf blade towards the light so that efficiently photosynthesis can be done. And second function is that it will allow leaf blade to shake or flutter in wind. So, that is how there will be cooling effect, and it will bring fresh air to the leaf surface. Moving to the main part of the leaf, that is called as lamina or leaf blade. So this whole green part, flattened part, is called as lamina or the leaf blade. This particular part will have veins as well as smaller veinlets will be present. In this case, we can see that this is the vein and these are the veinlets which come out from this case. Now, this middle vein, this middle vein is called as the midrib. The functions of vein is that it will provide rigidity to the leaf blade. Second function is that these veins will also perform as a channel and it will transport water, minerals as well as the food materials.